Oh, take notes.
Good morning. My name is Carlton Williams, Streets Commissioner of the City of Philadelphia, and welcome to another episode of Keep It Clean Philly. We are out here in beautiful West Philadelphia in the Mantua section and Parkside section of the city today, home of the Philadelphia Zoo, one of the oldest zoos in America, and we are excited to be here at another location around in the city. Last week we was in North Philadelphia. We showed you some of the challenges with illegal dumping and the problems that we're having. Illegal dumping is not just one specific area. It's not just in North Philadelphia. It's citywide. It's something that we're trying to address and trying to get a handle of. And we can't do this without partnerships. One of our strongest partnerships that we have in the city of Philadelphia is our Block Captain Network. And with me today, if you can swing around, I got my Block Captain team with me from West Philadelphia.
Yes.
Right? What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Linda Lloyd,
Hey, Linda, which block you from?
39th and Wyalusing Avenue.
39th and Wyalusing. And you?
Linda Woods.
Hey, Linda, two Lindas.
Same block, 39th and Wyalusing.
All right, Linda 1 and Linda 2.
That's right.
Sir.
My name is Tommy Bates. I'm from the 3800 block of Poplar Street.
All right, thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Deborah Holmes, the block captain for the 3800 block of Pensgrove Street.
Yep.
Good morning, Diane Smith, 700 block of North 40th.
Great. And this is our PMBC representative who oversees the PMBC program.
Clean block over for the 60.
Hey.
Yes. So, as I mentioned before, the city of Philadelphia is about partnerships. Government alone can't keep areas clean, and we work with neighbors who care compassionately about their neighborhoods. We have block captains that's been around for 10, 20, 30 years. And how long your guys have been block captains?
Well, we just started last year.
And that's awesome because we need new block captains.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we're new.
Welcome. How about you guys?
I started, I just got started. I was forced to be signed up for my block captain.
Forced to do it? Well, thank you whoever forced you to do it.
No, I was asked by the community, because I do a lot of community outreach anyway for the block.
Right.
So I was asked by the block to sign up for the block captain.
That's a good point. So why do you want to be block captain? Why do you think that's important?
To me, a block captain is important because it's our neighborhood, and we live in our neighborhood, and we want to keep our neighborhood clean, and we want to keep the neighbor, the neighbors invested in where they live at.
Absolutely. So yes, ma'am.
And also you need some accountability at times. And if you have one or two people that are trying to pull it together, then the other people will make it accountable.
Awesome. And so, first of all, thank you so much for giving back to your community, caring about your neighborhoods. I know illegal dumping is a challenge for most of us. I just want to show you one of the areas, the lot that we have back here. First of all, the streets department has to address these areas every day. This is about maybe 50, 60 tires that was dumped on the lot. Behind there is debris. Obviously, we got our crews out here today. I got my heavy short dump crews. Mr. Lorch and his team is all out here with the heavy equipment. Unfortunately, we can't continue to do this on a daily basis. So we need to stop this type of behavior from happening around the city of Philadelphia. We work closely with our block captains because they are eyes and ears for the city of Philadelphia. They let us know when these things are happening. Unfortunately, we have too many times where it's happening too frequently, and we can't keep up with it all the time. So we're doing things very differently. We talked about cameras, right? You need cameras at specific locations.
Yes.
I think the city council is also talking about adding more cameras. The mayor is definitely committed. The streets department has over 250 cameras already up. We're trying to add more every year to locations like this to stop illegal dumping because it costs taxpayers millions and millions of dollars each year to clean up sites like this. Those millions of dollars could be used for other resources like playgrounds and crime fighting and other things that's more productive, but we got to clean up after people, and so we need to stop that, right? So those are the things that we're going to try to do to work together. The biggest things that we need to do also is to try to do something with lots like this. This is a haven, right, for illegal dumping because it's not, obviously it's in a cut where it's not a lot of residents. People ride around the corner. They dump real quick and they jump and go around the corner. So this is some of the things that we need to work. We know there's a lot of development going on across the city of Philadelphia. We know there's a lot of development happening in West Philadelphia, but we need to make sure that lots like this stay protected and our residents are able to make use of it in a positive way. So some of the things that I know that were challenging with you in terms of legal dumping, you guys wanted to tell me some of the problems and the challenges that you were having in your neighborhoods. Can you tell me on your blocks, what are the challenges that you have that you're facing every day with illegal dumping?
Well, like I said, tires is one of our main things because they don't pick them up right away.
Okay.
The lots, people just constantly dumping. Linda and I were
We do get a few volunteers, but that's a few.
Right.
But like I said, you know, after we clean the lots, and another thing, our neighbors, they have half the block has cameras.
Right. Okay.
Which is a help.
Right.
Which is a help.
It's a trending thing.
Yes, but we do need more help.
So one of the things that I'm gonna ask, first of all, you're gonna get a stronger commitment from the streets department. I know you said that the tires sometimes don't get picked up on a timely basis. So you know we're gonna make that commitment to our PMBC rep, our block captains, Mr. Lorich. We make sure that we're trying to get more illegal dump crews out. City Council did fund additional 2 illegal dump crews for us to be able to come out quicker. So that's one of the things we're going to do as a city is to add another dump crew like you see out here today to be able to get to those timely bases, because the more longer you leave it, the more people think they can dump on it.
Yeah.
So the faster we get it up, the quicker they can stay clean, and then we can try to catch the ones that's doing it. How about you guys? Tell us some of the challenges that you're facing with illegal dumping as well.
Pity back off of her.
Yeah.
For as far as the dumping and stuff and the tires and everything, that also brings rats, roaches, vermins around, and we have a problem like raccoons. Like I actually picked up 2 raccoons on the block the other day that they came out and was hit by the cars in front of the 38th Street, and they was like about this big.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I had to take off. Fortunately, we had cleaned up block and we had them shovels and them push brooms that y'all gave out.
Right.
To bring it up. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you for that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And also the cameras. We talk about cameras putting up there. As far as more the alleyways are being used now for dumping.
Absolutely. Yep.
So because the lighting in the alleyways are not bright enough, so the people they come around at nighttime and they'll dump the trash real quick in the alleyways at the end and leave it there. So if we have better lighting back there, like the LCD lights, that would be a great pop. That would be a great pop.
Yeah. So there is good news on the horizon.
Yeah.
Because the city is looking to invest in turning all of their regular lights over to LEDs, and then add the additional alley lights as well. We're going to have to try several ways that we're looking at funding this. It's a huge project. It's close to $80 to $90 million to do the whole city of Philadelphia over the next 3 to 4 years. But we're going to transform our neighborhoods street lighting because, as you said, that's extremely important. Number one, the darkness. People do this in the dark. They don't do this in broad daylight. Some people bold enough to do it. But most of the time it's done after hours where people aren't around. So we have better lighting in these areas, especially in alleyways. That's a big challenge for us. I'm glad you brought that up. We are working in the streets department to try to, float a bond and with city council and the mayor's office to be able to transition all the lights in the city of Philadelphia to LED. That'll make it brighter and safer for the residents and to try to control some of this type of things like air, what you call illegal dumping. So there is hope within the next year, but in the meantime, we got to do something about it now. So right now, what we're doing is trying to keep it clean. So I got my crews out here. They get ready to get started cleaning this area. I do want to come over to my other block captains. Can you tell us some of the challenges that you face in your neighborhood and some of the things that you would like to see changed as well?
I think we all pretty much facing the same challenges with the trash and the tires. And a lot of things we see, these contractors, they don't want to pay for their dumping at the site where they're supposed to dump. So they come and dump all their wood and all that stuff on our lots or our streets.
Because when I was riding through here, I see a lot of development. I see homes being reconstructed, which is a good thing for the economy and it's a good thing for jobs. But while they doing it, you can't dump in the city, right? So that's the challenge we have.
Don't have the legal permits to build. They're dumping all their stuff illegally on our property.
That's a good point. So when that occurs, 2 things that we need to do. Number one, we should call 311 and report it. License and inspections will come out and shut it down when you catch them, right? Because that's the challenges that we have. And people are actually advertising clean outs on their businesses. And when they clean them out, some people illegally, they come dumping for the city of Philadelphia. Not only is it a health hazard that we're dealing with stuff like this, but it's also your tax dollars that's paying for the dumping. We spend over $2 million a year disposing of that, where they should be privately having it getting rid of. So enforcement is extremely important. We asking residents and our block captains, of course, to report it through 311. If you see them in the act of doing it, call 911 and have the police come out. We don't want you guys to approach it for obvious reasons. We live in some dangerous times and we don't want no confrontations, but we do want to have it addressed. So those are some of the things that we can work on to try to get those issues addressed. If you see a site that doesn't have a permit, they should have their sign posted. This is one of them. This is a prime example. So this is one of the locations that we're going to report to L&I. Just want to let you know. so that if they're doing work illegally in this location, we're going to have L&I inspectors come out and address it. And if they're certainly doing things like this in the background that you see with all of the dumping, that definitely needs to be addressed. They should have a private dumpster, a private hauler, and to be able to remove it legally all the time. So these are the things that help keep our city clean. The other part of it that we're working on is legislation that requires permit holders to actually list who their haulers are. So City Council actually has that on the docket right now in the bill. We need to enforce it, but whenever you get a permit from the city, you have to list who's your recycler coordinator, or who's your recycling hauler, and who's your dumper. Because then that way we know where the trash is going, and it's not going in the lots like these. So pretty much, these are the things that we're working in with our community, with our residents, to make sure that we try to address problems like this in the city. We can clean it up, but keeping it clean is the mission here. That's the theme of this whole campaign. We want to keep our neighborhoods clean. We don't want to have to keep coming back, cleaning up after people who dump in our neighborhoods. These are some of the problems that we're facing. These are the challenges that we have to deal with. I want to thank you guys for everything. Yeah, I'm going to go around again, but I just want to say thank you again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Because this type of commitment was what we need. We need partnerships. We need our residents to make sure that they stay involved and stay active, and we need to get others involved. New block captains, thank you so much. We need that. We have to get our younger generation involved as well. We're trying to get more people involved in the program. We give bags, brooms, and gloves. You know about the 3 Clean Block Saturdays that we do. We thank you for all the things that you guys are doing committed. You wanted to say something else, and then I'll go there.
Is it possible, or how do you go about getting no dumping signs put up?
We'll put it on the list. There's a representative right there. We'll add the no dumping signs for locations like this and throughout the city of Philadelphia. That's our department. We'll get you the no dumping signs. And we'll make sure that it says up to, $3,000? We increased the fine up to $1,000, so not just $300. So we have increased it. Yep, sir. You wanted
And
to
I
add?
wanted to talk about the abandoned cars that be on our block also. That's like an answer to us too.
Yep.
People not only dumping trash and tires, they dumping their cars.
Yep.
So, and I do call 311 every time I see a car dumping. I call 311. But the problem with 311 coming out is that it takes so long for them to get out.
I got you.
So it's like we have 2 cars on our block now that've been there over 2 months.
Right.
And I call, I get other neighbors call, my secretary calls.
Right.
Everybody's calling, but 311 doesn't come out.
So, Neighborhood Services Police Department, I'll be calling you.
Yeah.
All right. So you hear some of the challenges. They gonna give it to me. I'm gonna call you guys. I gotta get a list. I know you guys have your challenges with abandoned vehicles across the city. There's thousands of vehicles that you're trying to address. But this has been taking several months, so we want to get it resolved ASAP. So what I'm going to do is get that information, and then I'm going to make sure I reach out to you and have you guys schedule a day where we can get those cars off the streets out of the city. So that's one of the things that we're working on.
Education is key too.
Education.
I agree that the cameras are number 1, lights are number 2, but you have a lot of seniors that don't do internet, don't do Zoom. So we have to figure out a way to get education to all of them.
Right.
Via flyers, doing walk-ups, knocking on doors, letting them see physically that we do care for our neighborhood and we want to keep a clean neighborhood. As a matter of fact, I got here early, 8 o'clock. Before I got here, your guys were here. They had already dumped. When I got here, they did 5 dumpings on this
5
one
loads,
block.
right.
5 loads.
Right.
And don't you know that's a shame? 5 loads plus I left and came back and they were still loading.
Yes.
So
yes,
something has to be done.
Yep.
We have to get mad. We have to get angry.
Right.
And we have to take pictures. I take pictures. And I've called your office. I sent you emails. You have responded. 311 is good, but it takes up to 20 days. By the time those 20 days come, piles and piles and piles. And it's just overwhelming to us.
Yep.
Also with the block cleanups, we all get out, we clean, we pile. Sometimes I have 30 bags of trash. Supposed to pick up by 12. Sometimes it's 2 days or our next trash day before that trash is picked up.
Right. We got to do a better
have to be
job.
more efficient picking up that trash because now what are my neighbors saying? Oh, I thought they were going to pick up at 12 o'clock.
Right, right.
Now,
So credibility. We got to do our job as a streets department. You're right.
Right.
So I'm going to this is a good segue to flip over here to my man right here. Here is the Philadelphia More Beautiful Committee Clean Block representatives. You heard your block captains. You heard what they're saying. First of all, give them your name, who they are, and so forth.
I'm the Philadelphia Clean Block Officer for the 16th District, the 9th and the 6th.
Right, and as a clean block officer, what's your responsibilities?
My responsibilities is, if it's cleanups or block meetings that you like to have, I come out and I help you set it up, and that's what I do. We specialize in the hazardous removal of trash, whatever you need done, I'm here to help you.
Right. Now, you heard some of the challenges with the block captains. All very relevant to the things that we're trying to address in the city of Philadelphia. What are some of the things that we could be doing better as a streets department to try to help and assist with these needs right now?
Basically, to help these block captains, we need more. It's manpower, actually.
Right.
It's manpower.
Right.
We need more supplies. It's things that these people ask for that we can't give them.
Yep.
It's things that we don't have that they ask for that we don't that they need.
Got you. So some of the things that we working with City Council, I want to let you guys know. We're adding 2 additional short-term crews. We expanded the mechanical street sweeping program around the city of Philadelphia. We're continuously trying to work closely with our partner neighborhoods to address issues like these. So when you have problems, certainly work with your clean block reps. I heard you say education was extremely important. Both PMBC and SWEEP are our educational voice for the city. So we have SWEEPs, which stands for Streets and Walkways Education and Enforcement Program. We just don't write tickets. We come out and we give meetings. We talk about rules and regulations, because how you set out your trash, where you set out your trash, also contributes to neighborhood cleanliness. So sometimes we have residents who take lots like this and think it's okay to take their household trash, but that attracts stuff like what you see over here. So we want everybody to follow what the rules and regulations are, and it starts with our sweep officers. So we're going to connect you guys, our PMBC rep is going to connect you guys with the sweep officer in your area. You guys set up the meeting, bring as many people as you want to come out, and we'll let them know what the rules and regulations are. So those are the things. That's the process about education. You just don't write tickets. We want people to be educated first. That's the most important part.
One last question, I promise.
Yep.
How do we make the developers and landlords accountable? Because that, on my block, is the #1 problem.
Great.
As a matter of fact, they wait until Monday is over to put out mattresses and other trash. Not only that, they don't have receptacles for their tenants.
Right.
So in my area, one side is Mantua, one side is Belmont. So I represent both sides. I live on the Belmont side, but both sides have the same problem.
Right. Okay.
So right now, there's a mattress sitting out there, which was put out on Tuesday, and our trash pickup was on Monday. The landlords are not accountable. The developers are not accountable. It seems like they should be more accountable.
So a couple of things. I'm glad you pointed that out as well. The permit that the developers hold. One of the things that we want to do, again, attach their hauling license, their hauler to that permit, and if they don't have a proper dumpster, and if they're not hauling it to a proper location or they haven't identified it, then their permit could either be issued, fined, or revoked. So that's one of the strengthening laws that we're working on with City Council right now. The other part of it, when you do see those things, you have to use our resources here. I'm going to ask you, put it in 311 first, because 311 is our reporting system. But if that doesn't give you satisfaction in the time that you need it done, you call the rep, you call SWEEP, or you call me. I'm going to give you my information, and we'll make sure that we get people out here to address it. So that's how the process should work. That's how the process works. We give the time that we allot for 311 to respond. Unfortunately, sometimes things do happen. Then you call the next level, and that'll be us. So I want to thank each and every one of you out here. The purpose of the day is called Keep It Clean Philly.
Yay!
That is what we're working on, right? So we want, can I get all of us to say on 3, Keep It Clean Philly for the camera. Ready? Crystal's giving me the signal. 1, 2, 3. Keep it clean, Philly! Thank you very much. You will be in touch.
Okay. Secretary.
Yep.
Commissioner.
Yep. My information.
He's the oldest. I gotta get something.
So, as you heard from our black admins, all of the challenges that we face, these challenges are not just indicative of this neighborhood, but this is a citywide issue. I know many of you can relate. So we are definitely going to continue to partner around the city of Philadelphia with our black admins and other community representatives. Right now, we heard what we said. We want to keep it clean, Philly. We out here keeping it clean. We have a lot of equipment out here today. We have 2 loaders, a dump truck, compactors, crews. We out here picking up tires. We out here picking up lots and debris. We out here in Mantua, West Philadelphia, keeping it clean. So these are the things that we're doing as a city to try to address it. Now, when we want it clean, we want it to stay clean. And so we need residents to be able to contribute to do that. I'm Carlton Williams. This is another version of Keep It Clean Philly.